And welcome, everybody. Welcome to. I've just left the door open. I don't want to do that. Let me close that door. Welcome. Welcome to the Effect Podcast's actual play live stream of Mercy of the Icons. We are probably nearing the end of this adventure. I think today we will finish. So whether we go on for the full hour and a half kind of depends on how quickly Ghazi and Zaki. No. Ghazi and Zaki survive. Do you both want to introduce yourselves? Shall we go first of all with you, Ghazi? Or should I say Neil?
Hello, everyone. I'm Neil. I'm from Paladin Roleplaying. We make dice and ting. And I'm playing Ghazi, a lovable, maybe not lovable rogue.
I'm loving you. I'm loving you as a rogue. So go ahead and be lovable
Thank
rogue.
you. All right, we'll go with lovable then.
I said optimistic in the description.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
And Ghazi's is mainly in it for the money, really, isn't he? But in a fun way. Found himself caught up with this kind of nonsense, with no real kind of idealistic approach, but just looking to make himself a bit of money at the moment.
Excellent.
Yes.
And how are you making that money just for the catching up of this adventure?
So the thought was to come to where are we? Deveran. To get in on the illegal smuggling trade of something called Desdemodu horn, which is an aphrodisiac sold for lots of money. Also very illegal because the locals don't like killing the sacred Desdemodu, but managed to meet up with a contact who said he'd get me in on the trade if I do a bit of something for him. And the something was so the boss is Amrondar Amrondar Esfandjar, whose son has gone missing. And the job is to try and find the son, Vahid, that's it. And make sure he's all right.
Shall we just move over to Zaki? Look at that. Right first time, Dave. Don't you give me crap about whether I can get it right or not. Zaki is here. Mohammed, tell us a little bit about you and why you've joined up with this rapscallion, Ghazi Malouf.
I am Mohammed. I am playing Zaki Barakat, the subpar, mediocre data gen. He's overconfident, thinking he's very skillful, but he's always get into trouble, as he did in the last previous mission that he was brought into the Order of Cold Flame against his wishes, but he must go with the flow in order not to get beheaded or killed. So he agreed to become one of the loyals of the Order of the Cold Flame, and he went to the Deeptown to search for a cell of Nazarene sacrifice. He just heard Ghazi talking about some counterfeit and maybe searching for a missing. He was searching for missing people, so he thought maybe it's connected to the Nazarene sacrifices cult. So they joined the forces together, but until now he didn't say to Ghazi who was his employer. He still keep it hidden.
You're keeping that secret. So, so Neil, take your headphones off for the last 5 minutes because you didn't hear any of that.
No, didn't hear any of that.
Wink, wink. Yeah.
And right, and I'm Matthew, and I'm the GM, and I am the Nazarene sacrifice, and everybody else. So at the end of the last adventure, you had discovered that, or indeed you had intercepted a letter from Vahid to his sister, explaining that a group were going to come and escort her down from the student housing where she was living down into the wound to meet both Vahid and, I quote, her love. And you thought, well, this is brilliant because all we need to do is wait for this group and then we can follow them down. Forgetting that you had intercepted the letter and therefore she didn't know this group were on the way. But having quickly retroactively delivered the letter to her so she knew what was going on, she is going down the wound, as it were, the great ravine created by the by a disaster some years ago, into the ruins of the old city, and you two are following them down.
Yes.
Now, last time at the end of the last session, I had you make a dexterity roll to
And we
stay clinging on, and you both just about did.
yes, we
Just
prayed
about.
to
I think we both had to pray.
yeah.
Yes, excellent. Which reminds me, of course, that means I must have some darkness points. Where are they? Oh, here they are. Here they are. And there are 6 of them. You do very well at not praying. Unlike some players I could mention, but won't for the sake of protecting David's identity. Yes, 6 darkness points is all I have to play with. That should be interesting later on, unless you just start doing some more praying. Right now, you are following them, though, into the depths of the wound, and you find... I think you had imagined that when half the city collapsed in this massive landslide, that the city would just be rubble. The buildings that had fallen into the ravine would be purely rubble. But as you get down here, you discover 2 things. One is that some of the buildings have been proved remarkably robust. Most are ruined, but there is still some shape to some of them. And not only that, there's been a little bit of rebuilding and making do down here, because down in what is known as I've forgotten the name of that bloody city again. What's it called?
Daburan?
No. This part. I remember forgetting it last time. Give me a moment.
No.
Look it up again.
City of Pilgrims, Lotus City.
No. Deeptown.
Okay.
This is a shanty town of Deeptown, and you can see a number of pale, thin individuals scurrying about who live in this dark, sunless part of the city, surrounded by high ravine walls. The very poorest residents of Dabaran, but they're eking out a life here. And you might think they're surprisingly healthy. There's a lot of them. They've got their own sewage system, which isn't a very sophisticated sewage system, so Deeptown smells quite badly. But you can see there's some evidence that some of the higher residents of what's left of the city on the plateau come down here and offer some help. There is evidence of the Lotus Sisters bringing food down here and setting up kitchens and hospices and things like that. It's not uninhabited. You can see ahead of you this group of 4, including Lalah, the sister of Vahid. I don't think you're in danger of losing them, but you are in danger of being begged at, of people drawing their attention to you. So you might, I think, have to make an infiltration roll to make sure that they're not following you. Who's got the worst infiltration skill?
Probably me. A very loud person. I have a 4.
I got 6.
And Ghazi, what do you have on infiltration?
6.
6.
No, well, 6 in total. Yeah.
6 in
Yeah.
total. That's good.
4 in
I'm going to
total. Yeah.
ask you, Zaki, to make the roll, but Ghazi can give you 1 dice of help.
Okay. Okie dokie. 0. Should I pray for it or anyway we'll get caught later?
Up to you. I'll let you decide.
I personally think you should pray for it, and I'm willing to take that payment of a darkness point if you want to pray.
Temptress. Okay, I will roll again.
Always. And you're praying to the faceless one, of course.
Yes.
So it is the faceless one that tempts you in this case.
Okay, so I take 1 extra die.
Oh yes, because you prayed to the faceless one before.
Okay, so with the extra help from Ghazi.
With extra help from you can
Ghazi.
keep that extra dice from Ghazi as well.
1 success.
1 success. Well, it is just about enough to keep you hidden. You're feeling that the two of you stand out, despite being wrapped up in the same robes against the dust storm, which you'll notice, of course, doesn't really or affects this part of town less. But everybody here is wrapped up similarly against the dust storm. You feel that the quality of your clothes stands out, but you appear to remain hidden from them. Oh, I suppose I should make a dice roll for them, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
It's an opposed roll. So let us see how well you do. Give me a moment. Where are they? There they are. There we go. Okay, now I think you've stayed hidden from them.
Mm-hmm.
And slowly they lead you to a it looks like a strange temple, octagonal from the outside, half of it covered in rock, and you think probably half of it destroyed underneath that rock, but some of it still survives and is half a solid shape. You can see 3 staircases leading up to what would have been 3 entrances, although the wall between 2 of the entrances has collapsed and makes that travel difficult. And either of you have culture roll?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Were you an architect or an archaeologist, you might make some conclusions about the design of this temple. But I think all I can say is it doesn't look very much like the sort of modern day contemporary temples that you will pray in. For a start, because it appears to only have 8 niches. It's crowned by a crystalline dome, and you can see this group disappear up the third remaining staircase and into what remains of the temple.
Okay.
Presumably, there's no signs of anyone else, or from what we can see, anyone else in the temple or going into it or in its vicinity that we're aware of.
Make an observation roll.
Can I assist?
Yes, one of you throw a dice at the other one. I mean, not literally, because.
Shall I do it then? Because I actually last prayed to the gambler.
Okay.
Might come in useful. 1.
Yeah, you have a sneaking suspicion. This temple is in a pretty ramshackle way. I think you can see more people in there, but you don't know how many.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm thinking if we go in and there's nobody else in there, we're going to stand out. But if it's an active temple in use, we might be able to follow them in and not be seen. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Given that is your suggestion to Zaki, I am going to ask you each to make an infiltration roll as you go into the palace to look like one of the crowd. Zaki, you can still take 1 dice off Ghazi.
Okay.
But you're each rolling, and failure or success will be different for each of you.
I'm saying, don't step there.
Yeah.
Watch out for that. Hide in the shadows.
1 success.
1 also.
Okay. Let me just roll that again. Yeah. Okay. So as you, what I'm imagining you're doing is looking like you belong.
Trying
and just
to.
walking in there.
Yeah.
Keeping my head down.
Your head's down so your faces aren't seen. And so you go in there and you notice that this crystalline dome that was above where you are, or rather half a crystalline dome, because there's a great big wall of rubble down one side, lets some light in. And although it's nighttime at the moment, you can see through the dome and through the swirling red dust of the iron storm at the top. You can even see 1 or 2 of the brighter stars shining through the dome. But it's lit from within as well, mostly by a burning brazier in the center of the space that's now left. Well, I guess not so much the center. It's the center of the space that would have been there, but there's now a kind of wall of rock making half the space. So, and that wall of rock, that brazier, I should say, stands on a solid slab of what looks like marble. Which, looking at it, you wonder whether, in the way it's cracked, you wonder whether it's crashed down. It had been above this space, sort of, it had made a floor beneath the dome and has come crashing down and broken, but it's still pretty solid. As I say, there's a brazier on there, and next to the brazier is a figure in white robes who is preaching to the other 20 people here. And these people are taking off their clothes, protecting them from the dust storm. And you can see the 3 friends of Lalah there. Lalah's being a bit confused, but they seem to be taking off these outer layers and simple white caftans and hoods are being handed out, and people are putting these white caftans and hoods on instead of their outer clothes, all the while chanting before the person at the center stage, who you recognize is Masak Sassani, the person you have seen going off with
The commissioner's son.
Commission.
And in the merciful light of Uhea, you shall be reborn. You are the fires of Rusa. You are the love of existence and future. Feel my words, filling you with life never-ending. The prophecies come true. It has been said that a great weapon has been found in Oedicon by our brothers and sisters there. The time of change is happening. Dance in ecstasy. Unsheathe your blades and walk out under the crimson sun to dethrone your mothers and fathers. Those who betray us will spill their blood on the thirsty sands.
Fiery stuff.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
having changed, people are helping Lalah into another simple white caftan and hood. And there's beginning to be a bit of a swaying in the crowd, a rhythm that maybe you can't quite hear, but everybody seems to be in keeping with it. Not everybody is kind of just solely concentrated on that. You can see the three people leading Lalah towards the center and towards Masak Sassani.
Can we see Wahid within the crowd?
Okay. Make an observation roll. One of you help the other.
Okay.
I got 4. What have you got, Zaki?
I have total of 7.
Oh, go on. You roll then, I'll help you.
Okay. Okay. 7, 8. Oops. Oh. Two successes.
Nice.
Yes. So you can see quite close to the sort of stage upon which the master stands. You can see the beaming face of Vahid, who welcomes his sister, holding out his hands to her.
Okay, she's looking confused and or welcoming him.
No, she doesn't look that confused. She looks pleased to see him and is rushing towards him.
Okay.
Are there people around who aren't in white robes, or is everyone?
Not now. No,
Not
there
now,
was
okay.
those last 3 were the sort of last to be putting them on, but now everybody is dressed in the same white robes and hoods.
There is any white robes scattering around?
I see what you mean. Oh well, yeah. Actually, given their failure in observing that you are interlopers, you have been past white robes yourself.
Excellent.
Okay, perfect.
In that case, I think we're probably both trying to just pretty much copy what everyone else is doing.
Okay. I'm going to be mean and get you again to make individual
Sure.
dexterity rolls.
Dexterity.
Get changed to see whether you can keep time with the rhythm of the.
Okay.
3 successes.
Whoa.
Easy. It's only swaying, isn't it?
I'm bad at dancing. Okay. 1 success.
1 success. Okay. You're quite getting into the rhythm of this, and I want to give you a moment. Give me a moment. I want to give you an effect. I can't find it now. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I need to look it up. So yeah, there is a happy reunion. You can see Wahid giving Lalah a ceremonial dagger as well, while she's swaying. Now, give me a moment. I'm going to look something up.
This, I'm just whispering into his. Doesn't look good.
I agree. I hope that dagger's just for show.
Based on my employer information, I don't think so.
Do you think we should be trying to make our way forwards a bit?
Yeah, I guess so. I need to be closer to Wahid and Lalah. Because I guess this is a sacrificial cult.
Right. I am going to roll a set of dice for this, and it is. Can you check on your character sheets? What is the attribute that's used with mystic powers?
Empathy.
Empathy. All right, yeah, that's why it's got empathy 5. Cool. Oh,
That sounds
right. Ghazi Malouf, can you make a manipulation roll at -3?
Oof.
Well, you'll have to tell me what I should roll because I only have 3.
Right, you roll 1 dice.
Okay. This is all going to go wrong. I failed.
You failed. Okay. Right. So you can hear the rhythm to which everybody is swaying. Not only that, you're looking really for the first time that you've ever looked at Masak Sassani. And my God, he is handsome. Sorry, I should say by the icons, he is handsome and charismatic. You are falling in love with him. You feel infatuated with him. You're still entirely separate. You know, you're entirely cognizant of yourself, but you realize what all these people around you see in him, and yeah, you'd be prepared to sit here and listen to him all day.
Okay.
I'm
glad we came here, aren't you?
Glad.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, how life works out, the way we just ended up here. He's amazing, isn't he? I mean, I know we've got this job to do and everything, but you know, you can see why everyone's here, can't you?
Are you alright, Ghazi? Yeah,
Yeah, of course, yeah. Well, don't you think so?
Okay, but remember that we need to just get these two and get out of here, and remember your horn. Remember the lot that
you make a good point.
you'll gain.
You make a good point.
Yeah.
Always get the job done.
Yeah.
Do you have any weapons, Ghazi?
Of course.
Do you have a bladed weapon?
Yes, I've got a Jura sword.
Remember what he said about dance in ecstasy. Unsheathe your blades.
He did. Then I shall.
Excellent.
Am I seeing this, or you
Yep,
just?
yep, yep. And you're seeing not just Ghazi doing this, but most, if not all, of the people around you are drawing daggers, blades of all sorts of different shapes and sizes, and holding them up aloft to the crystalline dome.
Can I make Zaki snap out of it, or is it part of the show he's doing? Can I realize this, or I'm able to identify he's just copying it to blend in, or he's just being enchanted?
Right. I'm going to check it. What skill do we think we can use? Have you got Medicurgy?
Medicurgy? Nope, I don't.
Right. Have you got Command?
Nope.
Well, I will try and let you manipulate him, but at -3 again. See if you can persuade him not to wave his sword around, or whatever you want to persuade him to do.
I'm just trying to. Okay, manipulation with -3.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's no dices, but I have the Dancers of Ahlam talent that I can use my.
Well, this might be a particularly appropriate time to do that because
I use my dexterity instead of manipulation.
I go ahead, but still
So,
-3.
Yeah. Okay, dexterity instead of manipulation. So, in the end, it's 2 dices. Okay, 1 success.
1 success.
Mhm.
He's getting through to you. Ghazi, you feel a little bit daft waving your sword around like this with nobody to attack with it. What are you doing? Everybody else is waving their swords around.
Oh yeah, I'm just trying to blend in, and just trying to blend in. I just sort of, I'm still going to have it slightly in the air, but just maybe coming to my senses now a little bit. Kind of, I don't want to sheathe it because then that people might notice me then, like putting it away. But yeah, I think maybe I'm just less ecstatically waving it around.
Okay. Also, I don't have any sword or dagger, but I will try to maybe wave anything that.
Well, no, you don't need to wave anything because one of the brethren here has seen that you haven't got a sword, and they offer you a ceremonial dagger. It's quite short, but it has a beautiful jeweled hilt.
Bless you, my brother. May the light guide us all.
It is time. After this dancing has been going on, Masak stands at the center. We are together. It is time to take our revenge upon our parents. Let their blood spill onto the thirsty sands. And then with a great cry of ecstasy, the crowd start dancing out of the temple and down the stairs. You feel you want to go with them, Ghazi. This feels really good.
God. Then I guess I do.
Where are you going? Snap out of it.
Come on this way.
Can I use my stun gun?
Well, you notice that Vahid and Lalah are heading out as well with the crowd.
Okay, can I use my stun gun on the lowest power on Ghazi? just to
Okay.
make him snap out of it.
Right. Let's see how that works. Go ahead.
Okay, so I don't have the sheet for the stun gun. How many? Okay, let me search for the.
Stun gun. Oh, the stun gun rules. All the stun rules in all the Year Zero games are pretty crap. But I think we decided in the end that this will give you mind point damage or stress, and will also possibly stun you if it's successful.
But on the lowest, I don't
Stun
want to hurt
gun.
him.
It is bonus of minus +1,
Okay.
initiative +1, damage of 2, and as I say, it doesn't do crits, but it does
Okay.
do.
So it's also range combat.
And range combat is, of course, the skill you use. It's close range.
Combined.
Well, how close do you want to be doing this? Do you want to step a little bit away so that you're not right up against him?
I don't want to hurt him, so I need just to make him snap out of it. Maybe something to jolt him up and
Well, what
snap
I'm
out.
thinking about is, are you just walking up really close to him and giving him a zap, almost skin to skin? Or are you stepping away?
No, I'm not trying to draw attention also. So I guess I'm keeping it close.
Okay, so it's point blank. Now, I believe, oh dear, I have to check my rules here. I believe that might come again at a minus, but let me check that out. Modifier, is it 2 short range or is that alien that I'm thinking of? Damn it. It's long.
Yeah.
It's been too long since anybody's shot anybody. I need Dave back in the game.
Full auto with a stun gun.
He'd have full auto at all these guys.
Yeah.
Range. Close range is up to about 2 meters. Yeah, but what's the modifier? Yeah, -2 modifier.
Okay, so it's a melee combat, not range combat, or it's a range.
It's a range combat skill you're going to be using. Yeah, I think.
Okay, so what is the modifier?
-2.
Okay, -2. Okay. Okay, so I will have 4 dice. 1 success.
1 success. Okay, take 2 points of stress damage, Ghazi.
But did he snap out of it or still enhanced?
Well, you're fully in control of the situation, Ghazi. What's your reaction to that?
Well, spinning round, I guess it's pretty obvious that it's Zaki that's shot me.
Yes, he hasn't done enough to actually
yeah.
stun you.
No, okay. Oi, what the fuck are you?
Shut up!
Lowers his voice. What are you doing?
You were went crazy and you were going on a ride with this crazy people.
What about?
You went completely dark here. You were going with them to massacre these people. We need to just grab. There's going to be
While you're talking, I can understand what you're saying here, but are you not going with them? Or are you, Zaki, staying with the crowd and following them like Ghazi was?
I'm following.
You are following. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's good. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't assuming that you were pulling him back and away from the crowd. So you're all wandering back through the streets. There is a great shouting and ululation as this crowd sways its way through the streets of bloody hell, I can't remember what this damn thing's called. Downtown. It's not downtown. Deeptown.
Deeptown. There is going to be a massacre here. We need to just grab these people.
Maybe you should turn that stun gun on Lalah.
Okay, and what
Vahid.
about? Okay. It will be a difficult shot, but
Well, it will be a slightly easier shot in terms of dice because they're a wider range. But you need to get 2 successes to actually knock them out.
okay. So
Can I create some sort of, I don't know, what would I do? I'm wondering if I could just sort of hold them up slightly or just slightly separate them off from the crowd or something like that.
Well, you could do that. How would you do that?
Where, so this
Because
is
you could dance
crowd.
up to them and, everybody's kind of dancing and swaying.
Yeah,
I'm
think
sure
I
one
just-
of you could dance up to them. And how often can you use your manipulation dexterity thing, Zaki?
I guess we agreed that it'll be a group role, group talent. So I guess,
once a session.
but I guess Ghazi also took it. I guess in the first session he said he didn't have a group
yeah, that's right.
talent yet. Yeah, so he took it.
But how often can we use those?
It's a group talent. Let me check the rule. Get to choose a talent. It can be used individually unless explicit otherwise. I don't know about the rule of group talent. It doesn't mention you can text dexterity instead of manipulation when trying to make a good
Dances
impression.
of a Lamb. Yeah. So it doesn't say use once per session. So, okay. If you want to give it a go.
Yeah. So I think I'll sort of dance up to them. Actually, secretly quite enjoying this whole procession.
Absolutely, yeah.
But still aware that I've got a job to do.
Yeah.
No reason why you can't make money and have fun. So, yeah, and with the aim being to just kind of come between them and the rest of the group and kind of just nudge them a little bit either to the side or even better behind slightly, just hold them up a little bit.
Okay. So I'm going to roll first to see what your target number of successes is, and having seen that, I will let you roll.
Dexterity?
Dexterity plus manipulation if you have it.
Instead of yeah, you can use dexterity instead of manipulation.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, dexterity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant that. That's what I meant.
Plus would be good, but
Yeah.
no, instead of's pretty good. Or not.
There's always prayer. I have spent to start this point, by the way, on your infatuation with the glorious leader, Ghazi.
Yeah, okay. I am going to pray because I think this is important. Oh, for God's sake. That's still nothing.
So I get that dice point I've spent back. Thank you very much. How many dice did you roll?
12 in total.
12. Yeah, that does count. You achievement is unlocked. We need to get some more of those stickers, I think, don't we? Yes. Okay. So that's a failure. So they turn to you with open expressions and great smiles, and you find yourself now dancing with the three of them in a circle. You're holding your Dura sword in one hand. They're clasping it, their hand around you, and the three of you start dancing away from Zaki in three, and you can just see the love in their eyes for you and for the leader as well. It is time to ascend the steps, and you start making your way up those rickety steps and ladders, level by level, back up towards the pilgrim city.
Okay, can I try to take my shot from here?
Okay, so we will say that this is normal range, so you get your +1 for your weapon. And who are you aiming at?
I'm aiming at Wahid, maybe because Lalah she will be worried about him and stay. Maybe Wahid is more entranced and focused on his mission that he can leave his sister. So I'm trying on Wahid. And if I have okay. Wow. 4 successes.
Hey!
4 successes. Excellent. Using the stun gun.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that counts as a very good hit. And while you're dancing, suddenly Wahid's hands slip out of yours, Ghazi, and he collapses to the ground.
Okay. Am I with it enough to kind of realize this is a good thing? And
well, I
act
think
appropriately.
I think you're shocked and surprised. But you may remember that you are trying to separate these two from the crowd. However, something else happens because
For sure.
Mohammed Zaki openly shot one of the brothers, one of the brethren, one of the
Oh dear.
the children, as it's called, of the and people are shouting at you and turning towards you for since they're armed with melee weapons. It costs me a darkness point for this to be happening.
Shish kebab.
And yes, you are now in the middle of a crowd of people advancing towards you who are determined to take you out of their number. And you can hear the words again shouted by Masak Sassani. Those who betray us will spill their blood on the thirsty sands. And people are saying, a traitor amongst us. He shot one of our brothers.
Okay.
So I think we're probably in initiative here.
Okay. I was trying to Zaki to do some performance, but I guess if you're going into initiative, no problem. I'm trying
you
to.
can still do performance as an action. Well, we'll see. They may get to hit you first. We'll work out. So I draw the cards, and this is highest goes first. And Zaki, you have got 2. I will also roll for you, Ghazi, because although you love Masa, hold on, I've just lost
Masak.
you also have a sense of who you are still. And you go 4s, and the mob go on 5s. So they go first. So let me just turn to the mob rules.
Wasn't a very good idea. Okay.
Okay, right. So I think I'm understanding how this works. So basically, this is going to feel a bit like a Hong Kong action film fight, in that you feel yourself at the center of this crowd of people, and then 2 or 3 people are going to attack you, but in waves. All the others are kind of holding back, but there will be relentless waves, and you have to defeat each one before you can claim to win the fight as a whole. and let's see how this goes. Let's find their stats. Where's it gone? Give me a moment. I've lost their stats. There we go. Oh no, that's not them. Right. Okay, melee combat. Right. Okay, so the first attack happens with I'm just going to roll 1 for their various weapons, and you get you in this game you don't you can use one action to parry their attack with the blade that you were given earlier on. So do you want to do a parry? That's your melee combat plus
Yeah.
plus the blade. I'll just have a look and see what
Plus, okay.
that blade is. Ranged weapons. Where's the melee weapons? So that doesn't have a bonus to it, actually. So that knife. So it's yes, your melee plus strength.
Okay, so I don't have melee, so only strength. So 3. Ah, God. 1 success.
1 success. You do manage to parry that first attack, but you haven't managed to counterattack. You'll get a turn in the next round. Ghazi, what are you doing?
I think seeing Zaki under attack and thinking that on my own I've got no chance. Am I close enough to rush in and help him?
Yes, you can stand back to back with him if you desire. Actually, no, let's make that a bit difficult. Make a dexterity roll to stand back to back with him.
1 success.
1 success is all you need. Yeah, you rush in to the circle and stand back to back with Zaki.
Right. Close combat fighting is what Ghazi's all about. So he's going to fire up the Durasword.
Well, given that was one of your 3 action points, you can actually make an attack against the mob now as well, if you so desire.
Needless to say, being very careful not to attack either Lalah or
her brother
Vahid, yeah,
or indeed, of course, Masak, because
of course
you wouldn't attack him because he's great.
He's amazing.
Yes.
Should I roll?
Roll, yeah.
1 success.
1 success. What damage does your sword do?
2.
2. Okay, now I want you, between the 2 of you, to keep a tally. With a sweep of your sword, you strike down 2 of the people, and they fall back into the crowd for the next wave. But you also get a victory point. Now, do you want to roll that d6?
Roll a d6.
Yeah.
Okay. 4.
4. Okay. So basically, every time you win a fight, either one of you, you will roll your victory pool, and when you finally get a success on your victory pool, you will win this mob fight against this mob.
Okay.
Of course, that's assuming that you do win. You may not win at all. Where's my mob fighting rules? Give me a moment. Okay. It's your attack now, Zaki.
Okay. Is Masak near, or he just vanished?
There's always somebody to attack. Basically, you parried their attack.
No, I mean Masak Sasani. Can I see him?
You will have to defeat the mob before you get to him, or you could potentially not defend yourself and shoot him.
Losing a point and try to shoot him.
Okay.
Okay, let me roll an internal dice for myself and see what we'll do. Okay. Yes, I will try to shout false prophet. You all following a false prophet. False prophets are not human, or they can bleed, or they can fall. So I will try to use a stun gun.
Okay. Use the stun gun. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry, actually, remember to take a point of damage.
Okay. Okay, so I'm down to 6 now.
But yes, then go ahead and try and shoot over the head of the mob, where you can see he's standing on steps. He's kind of proselytizing towards you.
Can I pray before?
Well, you can pray during.
During, okay.
You can't. You haven't got time for a preparatory prayer now to go to the judge.
Sure. Fair enough. Okay, so okay. I have 5 in total plus bonus, so it's 6. Right. Only one success.
One success. It zaps him, and he takes a couple of points of damage, which I will mark on here of stress, but it doesn't knock him out.
Can I
pray?
Pray?
Of course you can. Yes.
Okay, so I rerolled only the one that didn't get success. I can't remember. +1 dice. Yeah, I got.
No, it's not +1 because that was you prayed for the faceless before.
Yeah. So I only roll.
All the dice didn't get a success last time.
Yeah, sure. Another success. So 2 successes.
Oh, well, okay. At which point he collapses. At which point, Ghazi, you're the leader. The glorious person here has been called a false prophet by Zaki and has been struck down. I'm just telling you that because you can't take any actions, but future actions you take may be affected by your love of the glorious leader.
And
it doesn't appear to stop the crowd, however.
Okay.
It does not break the spell. So
I tried.
the crowd attack you. Ghazi, they seem to be a little bit wary of you. 2. They attack you, Zaki, and do how much damage they do? 1 point, but this time because they got an extra success, 2 points, unless. Oh no! You've dropped your knife and you're using your pistol. I don't think you can defend yourself.
I dropped my knife. Oh, I switched it. Yeah.
I switched it. Yeah, I didn't necessarily drop it. So
Okay. So 2 damage. Okay.
2 damage. If anything, they seem distraught and wailing that you called him a false prophet. They're properly angry, but they don't seem to. They don't seem to have his collapse doesn't seem to have affected their fervor, and neither has it affected yours, Ghazi.
That's what I was hoping.
This isn't mind control. This is love. This is his charisma. It is a sort of mind control. It's more heart control rather than mind control. You are at liberty to whatever you want to do, but you may find that your action is affected positively or negatively by your love for Masak Sasani. And it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So I've just seen him go down. So I guess both Zaki and I are currently still engaged.
Surrounded,
We're still kind of in mid.
So if you think of it like a Hong Kong action movie, you've got the eunuch sorcerer standing on the steps. Well, now collapsed on the steps, but he's there. His minions are all still surrounding you, attacking you in waves. They didn't attack you this last time, Ghazi. I think they were a bit scared off by your last attack with your sword, but they're ready to launch an attack.
I think then, regardless of anything else, I think my first preservation would be as it always is. My first instinct would be self-preservation.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would once again go for the.
Go ahead.
Group.
Go ahead.
I reckon.
Do you have any combat talents in this regard? Just to remind you.
I've got all I've got is the critical one that allows you to swap a critical.
Okay, yeah. You don't need to particularly worry about this one.
Yeah.
Crits on this one. They
I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Now that means another one falls back, and now you get 2d6 to roll.
Cool.
Nice.
No success though.
No successes. Zaki, what are you going to do? You going to shoot them with your pistol? Swap out back to your
Yeah.
Okay.
There's probably he never killed anybody or shoot any gun in his whole life, so.
Oh yeah, this is the new gun, isn't it, that you bought from the trader?
Yeah.
So it's have 1 bonus and plus what's in each and 2 damage. Okay, so let me prepare. Sorry, I'm taking time. Okay, so on range combat. Okay, so same number of dice. 1 success.
Okay. Again, you zap somebody. Now roll 3d6, Zaki.
Okay. No successes.
No successes. Very well. Okay. They there's enough of them to keep launching attacks on you both. On you, they score a hit and do 1 point of damage. Ghazi,
Mhm.
am I reading that right? Actually, oh, sorry, 2 points of damage, I should say.
Oi.
I don't get to roll armor.
Yes, you can roll armor.
Didn't do me any good.
And of course, you can choose to make a parry.
Oh,
you've got
yes.
reactions.
Well, there's no disadvantage to doing that, is there? Because I can still attack as well.
Yeah.
In that case, let's do that. So I just roll melee, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still nothing. Amazing.
Okay. So take that damage.
Okay.
So that's their attack on you. Zaki, again, 2 hits. So that's 3 points. Unless you've got armor.
No, I didn't have any armor. 2 points.
3 points, I should say. It should have been
3
3 points
points.
last time. Because the knife
Okay.
does 2 points of damage.
Okay, I'm down to 1 point. Okay.
Oh.
Right. Now it's your turn, Ghazi.
Cool. Okay. This might be quite an important roll then. One success.
That's good. Okay. Roll 4d6. Another one falls back.
Okay, come on. Yes, 1 success.
Right. That you kick that one away, and they're thinking the two of you are too tough. One of the I think Vahid stands up and shouts, "This is not the time. Our leader has been struck down. We must look to Rasak Sasani and take him away." And people's attention turns away from you and to their fallen leader, and he is lifted aloft on 10 people's arms and carried away from the steps and into the city. The two of you are left almost entirely alone.
Well, that went well.
Okay, so
It gets worse, though.
Yeah.
Ghazi.
Of course.
Because
Do I feel compelled to go with them by any chance?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I do then.
Well, you're not compelled to go with them. I'm going
Yeah.
to give you this choice.
Okay.
You feel such a sense of loss as he disappears down the street, borne aloft, that oh, hold on a second, it's gone a bit weird. You feel a real sense of deep sorrow, and this will affect all your future skill rolls. Or you can follow them into the crowd and tend upon him. Your choice entirely.
I'm really split between what I want to do and what Ghazi wants to do.
What do you want to do, Neil?
As a player, I want to stay behind, but I don't think Ghazi would.
What do you think Ghazi would do?
I think Ghazi would go, so he's going to go. I'm going to go.
Ghazi would follow him.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
And so Zaki shouts after you. You haven't got a command roll, Zaki. You haven't got Medikurgi. I don't think you can snap him out of this.
I'm
you
coughing blood.
feel, Ghazi, as if part of your heart has been ripped out as they carry him away. So, Zaki, is there anything you want to say to him to try and persuade him to come back?
Just the horn. Remember the bears, the wealth that you will bathe in. Remember the wine, the glory of the money.
How does Ghazi respond to that?
Well, I did say in my little introduction, didn't I, that he's mainly in it for the money. I think it gives him at least a pause. As he's,
Okay, I'll let you make a
kind of
manipulation
running off,
roll,
and then
Mohammed.
Okay.
Given
I use-
that you've reminded him of his true soul, which is money grabbing bastard.
my true love.
Can I use my talent, or it's only once?
I think in this case you're not
Okay.
you're not dancing at him, and I think dancing probably is
Yeah.
not the right thing to use in this time.
Okay. So only 3 dice.
3 dice.
Yeah. Can I push it?
Of course you can, mate. I'll take it at this point.
Yeah. 1 success.
1 success. Okay. See if you can beat that with a manipulation roll of your own,
Yeah.
Ghazi. But
So
once again, it will be at -2
Okay,
because you're torn. Your heart
Yeah.
is following him.
that gives me a single dice.
Don't tell me.
Fail.
Okay. No.
So you are torn. You haven't gone because you didn't stand up to the manipulation. It's entirely up to you, Neil. What would Ghazi do?
Okay, I'm going to say that being reminded of the reason that he's here, forgetting all these Wahid and this, it is to make some money. And that comes before everything else. So
Right.
I think
So you come-
reluctantly he's going to...
Right. Bear in mind that for the next segment, all your dice rolls are -2.
Okay.
And I just want to bear that in mind because
Wow.
Zaki, what's your plan now?
Uh,
Given I think Ghazi's in no state to make his mind
No,
up.
I think you're probably right.
So
Okay.
what you say will go.
If there is an agent or a post for the cult flame here in Dabran that I can.
Yeah, you have a way of contacting them. I'm not sure what it is, but
Yeah.
there's a coded way. So you got to
Yeah.
report to them. Do you think?
Yeah, I will send them my location and send them a quick report that I find this strange cult. Maybe there is a Nazarene sacrifice, maybe a quick one, and say that we are in trouble, that we
Right.
need a backup.
So first of all, you've got to get back to Lotus City. Then you got to take Ghazi back to Lotus City. When you came down, I made you make a dexterity roll because it was quite rickety steps. But then you
Okay.
were being effectively guided down by following these others. So I'm going to make you make a dexterity roll again as you find your own way up the wound.
It cannot be sent through data gen or through.
Well, you've got to get to the
electronically?
local network, and I'm not sure
No,
that the
no
network exists down here in the wound.
No good reception. Oh,
No good
O2,
reception. No,
Yeah.
you're in one of the steepest valleys that you've ever
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
Even 5G or whatever doesn't come down here.
I got my chip. It doesn't it repeat the signal?
Oh, go on. If you want to do that, yes.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay. You want me to do a dexterity roll? Okay.
Do we both need to do one?
You both need to do one. You at -2, Ghazi, because your heart's not
Oh,
really
good.
in clubbing out of here. Your heart is with your love.
Can I assist him?
Well, let's see how well you do, first of all,
Okay.
each of you.
Yeah, sure. 2 successes.
2 successes. That's enough. You only need the one. So there's another one for Ghazi if he doesn't make it.
I didn't make it.
Right. So Ghazi, then on a particularly rickety ladder, you're climbing up here and you're thinking, why am I making it so hard for myself? I could just jump down off this ladder and go and find the others and go and find Masak Sasadi. Why am I following? But Zaki, with his extra success, he's probably actually making you go first.
Mhm.
And he helps you. He puts your foot on a rung of the ladder and you climb out. Your heart's not really in this deal. You report about the location of brother and sister to the man who is hoping would strike you a deal for the horn. But he's obviously terribly upset that you've lost them both. At least, okay, they're now in Deeptown. Tell them that
I was trying to send to the cult flame, not our employer.
Well, sorry, I'm talking to Ghazi first. We'll come to
Okay,
you in a
sorry.
moment. So he's the most immediate one because that's that chap here. So you're not getting that deal, Ghazi. Yeah, you've lost out on that one. And you're a little bit bereft at what you're going to do. All the time you're thinking about going back into the wound and seeing whether you can find him. We'll leave that for a bit. If Zaki can keep you out of the wound for a month, then you will recover and be your old self again.
Okay.
But you are just all the time thinking about your love and affection for that Masak Sasadi. It takes a little bit longer, but eventually you get a face-to-face meeting, Zaki, with an agent of the Cold Flame who is here as part of a medical mission from the Samaritans. The Samaritans, as you'll know, are having a tough time on Coriolis and in most bits of society. But out here in Dabaran, they're still operating their own hospital, as it were. And he sits you down for a debriefing and says, so, what did you learn, Agent Barakat?
There is some crazy cult in the wound. There is old temple, and they are rally their people to massacre all the elders and their parents here in the city. We successfully prevent them to go on their riot, and because I hate their leader, but they inside the temple, inside the wound, and they probably will go again.
Yeah,
They are very agitated that they completely believe in him.
And you think they're Nazarene sacrifice?
Yeah.
And their leader is what's his name?
The son of Masak Sasani, the son of the chief of Latif, Ayid Sasani.
And
yes.
What else did this man Masak Sasani say? Why attack? Why kill their parents now? What was the?
They found the weapon. They found the secret weapon on the. I forgot the name.
Ordacon system.
Ordacon system.
Really? What did they call it?
He didn't specify. He said that blood will fill the sand. He didn't call the weapon or what is the weapon. But we try to prevent them, and we want to save 2 people from their cult. a brother and a sister.
You say we all the time. Who are you working with?
Yeah, my friend here, Ghazi, he helped me completely. But
He
he's
helped
under,
you.
yeah. I was
I'm
not
assuming
able.
you haven't taken Ghazi to the Samaritans
No,
hospital, although that might be a good idea for
yeah,
his
I'm
broken
taking
heart.
him. Yeah, I'm taking him while we speak. Just saying, he's completely entranced after our mission there. I don't know what's wrong with him. If you can check, and also if you can heal me because I am nearly dead. We are completely
You'll
trapped
be
by
fine.
them.
So you didn't take any crits in that. So that's just fatigue damage,
Okay,
Zaki. So
it will recover.
cuts
Yeah,
and bruises,
yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
recovered. It probably
Okay,
recovered now by the time you've had this meeting.
okay.
He examines Ghazi and he says to you, the Nazarene sacrifice have many unique talents, one of which is known as the lover's embrace. They can be very charismatic, make people fall in love with them. It's not dissimilar to the sort of traumas that people come out of hypersleep accidents with. We can treat him over the next segment. But then I think you two have another mission, and that is to see what you can find in Oedicon. This weapon which has been found. We shall gather intelligence, and but we must send you on your way to Oedicon. And
Treatment's one thing. What does it pay?
I'm just nodding.
We'll have to negotiate payment there. Yeah, I'm glad to see you're making a recovery already. I'm sure we can find payment for a freelance agent such as you. Zaki, of course, has a debt which he is paying off.
Mm.
And Dave says Zaki Ghazi is a man after my own heart.
Mm.
So we shall return and reunite you both with Oshian and Yaqub. Dave, since you're listening in, I have a plan where you also find a clue to this secret weapon in Oedicon and have instructions to go and get it. We shall discuss that offline, but we shall return next week to unite these two disparate bands. And so, Dave, you're going to have to think about how, your reunion with Zaki, what that's going to be all about. But I'm pretty sure that they will be passengers on your ship going to Oedicon to find out the truth behind this weapon.
Can I assist Neil locating the horn for him using the data gen role? Maybe I can hack as a repayment for helping me.
Oh, maybe. Shall we do that? We've got a few minutes left. Let's see if we can get you a bit of a reward there.
Can I do a prayer before? Maybe we are in the Samaritan. So
take your time. Go off and pray to who is it? The gambler for Data Gin?
I guess so.
I can't remember. Let me have a look since we've got the time to do it. Skills, prayer. Can't find that handy dandy list, which I keep meaning to write down and do an upgrade for. Sorry, a screen grab, a thing Datagin, the messenger, of course.
Messenger. Okay. So
So you go to a chapel, you
Yep.
pray to the messenger, and then you see if you can hack a system that will get Zaki's, not Ghazi, some access to the to the horn that he's looking for.
So two extra dice for the players and the normal rolls. So okay, it's supposed to have good one. 5, 8. Okay, 10 dice.
So it's not two extra dice on your first roll. So your
Sorry.
first roll is your normal dice,
Ah,
and then
okay.
2 extra dice on the prayer.
Okay, so first
Because
one.
you have to pay a darkness point for that prayer.
Sure. It will accumulate. So one success. Okay, so
One success. Okay, so now you can roll all the dice that haven't had a success, and and the 2 extra dice from your preparatory pair, and see if you can get any better success.
another success. So 2 in total.
2. Okay, it's not going to be easy, Ghazi, but he has found an illicit contact. You'll be able to make some money out of this voyage. We'll discuss that next week. So we should turn, and we are reminded by Thomas that we should turn to the page that deals with experience points. You two have had an adventure after all, and deserve to reward yourselves with some
I'm
stuff.
just apologizing to Ghazi. Sorry for missing the horn, but and sorry for grabbing you like that. I'll try to give you any more information to make you money, but please accept this as a token of my friendship.
I appreciate you doing your best. I knew there was a reason we hooked up together.
Can you two remind me of your personal problems?
Yeah, I am I'm running away from Mira because of the job that I did completely botched up.
Well, I think that counts as an XP. What's yours?
I am also on the run from some powerful people who I owe lots of money to, having lost it gambling.
Right. Did you? So I'm going to give you 1 XP for being in the adventure, another one for overcoming difficult challenges. I'm going to not give you either for your personal problems. I shall try and work those in next time. Although partly, of course, your personal problem is why you're here, Zaki. But I wouldn't want to not give it then to Ghazi.
Sorry.
Because of the way I set it up. Did you learn something new about each other? I think you probably did.
Would be fair to say.
So that's a point there. 3 points. Did you risk or sacrifice something for each other?
I sacrificed my love.
You did. You did. So you have an extra point there. Do you sacrifice anything, Mohammed? Or did Zaki sacrifice anything?
No, I don't think I sacrificed anything. Yeah.
Did you act in accordance with your icon?
Oh, I wasn't thinking about that at all.
Who is your icon, each of you?
I'm not even sure.
I am the traveler.
The judge.
No, I don't think either of you necessarily. So that's 4 points each, I think.
For me, 3, because I didn't sacrifice anything.
Yeah. Sorry, 4 points for you, Zaki. 3 points for you, and 4 for Ghazi. So thanks very much. We will see you return next week on your way to Otakon with the others. Dave, if you're still listening, and it appears that you are, there will be a weapon fitted to your ship by we shall discuss this offline and update our players next week, and we shall return next week, same Coriolis channel, same Coriolis time.
Mm.
Thanks,
See ya.
everybody. Say goodbye, boys and girls.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.